It has been a long while since we've made an updated item world video. This one is going to be specifically about some circumstances that are going to be happening in the near future for you guys out there. And we're going to be talking about item world and the upcoming Neovision Elena character. It has been a long time since we've had access to an item world event. I think the last time we had it was actually for the War of the Visions collaboration that we had, that they gave out some characters and they had that collaboration there. This one right now that's happening active currently is for the Record Keeper collaboration, so you're going to have the short period of time for item world to try to prepare to run weapons for Neovision Elena. Now, Neovision Elena, we don't know all the details about her, so this is going to be some of that proper good speculation about what you should be seeing in the near future and what you could be seeing in the near future, because we know how they like to design characters, remakes of characters, new additions of characters. We've seen enough reigns to kind of know the options that they have at them and the options that you guys should be taking into account. So let's go ahead and look at the original Elena. Now, the original Elena is a true double-hand hybrid character. Now, the things that they like to do for their characters, they usually have the same weapon selection when the new form comes out. Now, we don't know this for sure, but the old Elena can use daggers, swords, great swords, and katanas, so we're going to start there. She also is a hybrid character. The options for the new Elena to be a hybrid character, that is an option. There also is another option. Because she is a Neovision unit, they might actually take her in a new direction and do something sort of similar to what they did with War of the Visions Gilgamesh as a unit, where he had not hybrid attacks mainly, but he had some attacks that were based off his attack stat and some attacks that were based off of his magic stat. And this is how we're going to get into sort of the weapons that you should be looking forward to running if you're trying to prepare for Elena. And there's a lot of things to take into account here, and this is something they could do for Elena. They could give her normal form, right, full attack, in her Brave Shift form based on magic. They could do that with the same weapon selection, make her sort of a swordsman of sorts, which is what she is. Now, we also do know that they did say that she is going to be a true dual wield character. At least the base form is. I would assume if the base form's true dual wield, the other form will be as well, but we don't know that for sure. But they did show off the sprite. She is dual wielding weapons. They said she's going to be true dual wield, but they didn't say what sort of a true dual wield character she's going to be. With that being said, though, let's take a look at some weapons and talk about some other ones that are out there when it comes to Elena. Now, as far as a hybrid weapon goes, we don't know off the top if she's going to have her own, because Elena did come with Estrella as a weapon, which was her best in slot weapon. So possibly the new weapon that's coming out, this entire video is irrelevant, just turn off right now. Possibly Neovision's Elena is going to come out with a weapon that's just best for her. On top of that, though, there also are some other weapons that could be really strong for you. So we're looking, as far as hybrid weapons goes, you obviously have this Estrella, which probably is still going to be locked to the new Elena, or an Estrella upgraded version that's going to be the new version's Trustmaster reward there that you won't be able to run through Item World, because Elena, I don't think, is going to make it out in time for you to make those decisions about what weapons you want to run through Item World, because she's not coming out, I don't think, this week. I think she might be earliest the week afterwards. Hopefully I eat those words, though, and she comes out right away, but I think we're going to get Aerith on the 3rd there, due to the shop still existing and them updating the shop. I think we're going to get NV Aerith with Red 13 and Cloud, things of that nature. So what are some good solid weapons for you to consider? If you think that she's going to be a hybrid true double hand character, there's not a whole lot of them out there that is a two-handed hybrid weapon, which thankfully we already know she's going to be dual wield. So for a hybrid one-handed weapon, we have a couple of different things, right? You have the lower tier weapon, which is going to be things such as you have access to the Ice Blade Hermuro, which is actually very, very strong. Ice locked, just like Frivia's Needle is the worst version of Ice Blade Hermuro, as a high attack one-handed sword, as well as a very high magic as well. You have great sword options like Beowulf's Super Trustmaster reward, things of that nature. Peek around through your inventory. If you have weapons and equipment that, you know, have 130 attack and magic both at the same time, and they are a sword, great sword, or katana, you think she's going to be hybrid, that's what you're going to be running there. If you think she's going to be partway physical, partway magical with her two different forms, then you're going to have a lot of different options there to really take note of for these forms. Now, if she is one form physical, one form magical, you're going to run into some difficulties there for some of you guys out there, because there's not a whole lot of daggers, swords, great swords, and katanas that are non-elemental weapons that are also high on magic. The highest sword that has magic on it is actually the new Dethroned Ashes Super Trust Master reward. Now, thankfully, for great swords, we have other stuff as well, right? We have things like Beowulf Super Trust Master reward and things of that nature. It's going to be a little bit easier for you guys there on top of that. But the high magic weapons that are katanas, very, very, very rare, if not none. There's only like 1 or 2 great swords, 1 sword with high magic, like super high, super TMR tier magic, and daggers you have access to. Actually, you have access to Ignis's dagger, which is pretty powerful. I don't think I have one to show you guys right here. I don't think I have Ignis's Super Trust Master. I do have Zeal Crossblade, so this is a solid option for you as well. If you had a lot of Ignis's rolling around, this might be something that you'd look into for the true dual wield hybrid character, 145, or the true dual wield magic version, if you think that's what she's going to have access to there. Now, as far as the full-on attack version, obviously, we already have access to what are good high attack weapons that are swords or great swords. These are going to be your swords, great swords, katanas, high attack, just like anything else out there. You're looking for true dual wield weapons, right? So no two-handed weapons, so not Buster Sword, but we have event weapons in, not event weapons, but trial reward weapons like the Darksteel Destroyer. Anything that is a trial reward weapon that fits into these categories that have killers on it is a solid option for you to run. You should do that anyway, not even just looking forward to Elena, but just in general, these are insanely strong weapons when these killers are correct for the boss fight. 75% Demon Killer, Stone Killer in this case on the Darksteel Blade, right? We have Syrian Ember, very strong Super Trust Master reward there from Xeno. We have Supreme Sword of Light if she's a limit burst damage character. On top of that, then you're looking at limit burst damage swords, which are all Super Trust Master rewards, but are very strong. You have Supreme Sword of Light, you have Radiant Lightning Super Trust Master reward. You have Crown Prince Noctis Super Trust Master, reward. Any of these really high attack weapons that have, you know, some true dual wield on them, some limit burst damage on them, those are weapons that you're going to probably want to run anyway. She also has access to Katana, so you can run Eagle Blade with the Demonic Insect Breath, another weapon you're going to want to run anyway because it has, once again, killers on it. So any of these weapons that have killers, true dual wield on them, or limit burst damage, or a combination of them, all very powerful for you to run there. Now, there is also something else that you guys may have access to, because remember, if she has a secondary form that is wanting high magic, it's really hard, like we talked about, to find really high magic weapons that fit these 4 weapon types. Like if we look for magic right here, just the ones that I have, we have Zwilk Rustblade, which was the highest, and we have Fallen Angle, which is good. Astraeus two-handed, so that doesn't count. And you start getting into the 100-ist magic. You could use Fravia Needle. 112 is not the highest, but and it also is ice locked, and then you're just kind of done after that. But if you do have access to equip Rod, either through the Materia, which could be part of her best in slot, for some of you players out there, like your personal best in slot, because you don't have any of these other Super Trust Master reward things, you could be thinking about rods. The other thing that would allow you to think about rods in that sort of build is, I'm gonna bring it up, you know what's happening, you know what's coming, I'm bringing up Upgrade Package. So one of the other things that Upgrade Package does do, it has all of these different things, that's why it was #1 in the Super Trust Master Rewards tier list for forever. Not only does it give you the HP and MP restoration, not only does it give you Equip Light and Heavy Shield and Defense HP and Spirit, not only does it give you a whole bunch of other stuff like True Double Hand and True Dual Wield attack percent, which is going to be good in her first form if that's what she has. If she has a magic form as well, it's going to give you the ability to equip rods as well as whips. So this is going to open up rods and whips for you, on top of giving you 50% magic while having a rod and a whip equipped. So this will allow you to use things like Quistis' Super Trust Master Award. It's going to allow you to use things like the dark, what is it called? Like the Dark Visions high magic rod. So you're gonna have a lot of cool things like that available to you with her in your party, or with the upgrade package equipped on your Elena in your party, is what I meant to say there. So you have Dark Gambation plus here, a very 224 magic. You're not going to have access to that if you don't have equipped rod. So this is something that you could be running in there. Other weapons that are high magic for you to run through there, the rods and staves. Let's go ahead and look at the old staff here. I don't have very many whips, to be honest with you. Now, as you go to look at these rods for high magic is good enough. Now, there are rods that have killers on them, but keep in mind, if she is a character that has physical attacks that do physical damage on one form, and magic attack or physical attacks that do magic damage on the second form, that second form, if it's a physical attack that does magic damage, these killers like Fatal Sting on Vespene, which is a very strong rod and probably something you should run anyway because of how powerful powerful it is for you guys out there on your mages, these killers won't work on a character like Elena because she'd be doing physical attacks that do magic damage. It's same sort of similar thing with hybrid attacks. Hybrid attacks use physical killers. This is a magic killer for magic attacks only. So you probably put it on her if you're looking for a high magic weapon in this sort of scenario, but you're not going to be gaining the killers off of them. Run these anyway, though. They're very, very strong. Vespene, Asura's Rod, Stordust Rod, I think, has magic damage against Reapers and Demons as well. You have, just random STMRs like Lunar Eclipse Rod, Sybil Crescent, things of that nature. And then, like I said before, you have access. If you have access to Quis's Super Trust Master Ward, that is something that you should look into as well. So that's a little bit of speculation. We kind of know how they like to build their characters or create their characters. They like to pay homage to where the character was. They could be entirely different for you guys out there, but this is definitely something for you to think about when you're working on your weapons. If you're going to be trying to pull for Elena, one of these things is going to stick. She's either going to be hybrid, she's going to be a hybrid character that does something weird in her Brave Shift form, or she's going to be physical in one form, magic in one form. But we definitely do know that you should be working on not two-handed weapons, at least for her base form there. She could transform into a two-handed character in her secondary form, right? We have Cloud that is true double-handed in one form and true dual in the other form. But she is a true dual character. I expect her to probably stay that way in both forms there. But we'll find out for sure there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out here. I know it's kind of a weird video. I don't really make like speculative conjecture-ish videos all too often there, especially like, here's what you guys should do to prepare. Here's what you guys might want to think about doing to prepare, though. I know a lot of you guys out there ask those questions, a whole bunch about like, what should I be doing preparing for the future? So I wanted to make this for you guys there. A lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. If you want to see more stuff there or hang out in the community, all those links in the description. Stay safe out there, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.